Saturday, February 11th episode of Crazy. I got, whew, you know, I almost wish, I almost wish my wife knew how to read a calendar. We could have had this out of the way last night, but she made plans and she's told me all week long those plans were for Saturday night. I said, okay, that's cool. I got nothing going on. And then she informed me at 3 o'clock yesterday that the plans were for 6:30 last night. Hey, Squatch. Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing good tonight. So I really honestly hope that the change of nights don't mess everybody up, and you know. But hey, it's Saturday night. I don't blame anybody for having a life. Go out and do something. We got what, 3 days till Valentine's Day. Most people have to work. Take your lovely other half out, get dinner, go to a movie, whatever. Take her to the donut shop, buy her a dozen donuts, tell her there's your Valentine's Day pastry. At least get her a heart-shaped donut or something with some cherry filling or something. I mean, home alone with the dog. Okay, well, I mean, you love your dog. It's okay. Take the dog out. Take the dog out. Get him a hamburger, maybe some chicken nuggets or something. I'm neither here nor there yet. We had dinner early this evening. Sat down, started watching a brand new cooking show, and I fell asleep. I just woke up. She woke me up about 30. She woke me up about 28 minutes ago and said, "Hey, don't you have a live stream?" Oh, there's my coffee. Of course, we busted open a brand new bag of coffee. Hey, Christine. We busted open a brand new bag of coffee. Everybody decided the other day they like Spirit of 76 from Black Rifle. So this is my second out of 5 bags that I got sent to me. I'm getting ready to have the first cup. I'll let you know what it tastes like. Smells a little bit stronger than I thought it would. Hey, Terry. Good to see you. Mmm. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Spirit of 76 seems like it's going to be a little bit more flavorful than the last bag. Hope you're doing all right tonight, Tony. Good evening, KG. Good to see you. Of course, guys, the wife and daughter had a baby shower. Her one of her best friends from school. Her daughter is about 5, 6 months along, 4 months along, right around in that area. Second trimester. They had baby shower for her today. Um, So I took advantage of the time and got yet another video done. This one's going to be really good. Hey, Jan, good to see you. Got home from dinner. See, that's what you do when your spouse got to work Valentine's Day and the day after. You just take advantage of the weekend and utilize it. Chat full of women. There you go. There you go. Let me see. Good evening, Drew. I see you made it back temporarily from Stargate. Yeah, kind of, sort of. I'm still bouncing back and forth. Thank God for holodecks. But anyway, like I said just a few minutes ago, this is the first pot of coffee off the second bag. Spirit of 76. And it seems like it is going to be a full flavored coffee. America won't let eucalyptus oil. Yeah, I seen your email late last night. I'm sorry I forgot to respond today. I spent the whole morning with Steph running around. She had the day off today because of the baby shower, and then when she took off for the baby shower, my butt ran straight in here, started getting everything finished up, editing and stuff on this video that I done today. This video I done today is going to come out Tuesday the 21st, and it is good. A lot of the stuff I seen in it, I've never even heard of before. But that's fine, Christine. It's understandable. Like I said, I've got friends in England that wanted to send me iron brew, and you can't, or customs won't let iron brew through, either when they travel or if you ship it. But I can order it from Amazon right here in the States and have it delivered. I've always wanted to try iron brew and still haven't had the chance to. However, Lee, that pops in here on occasion, can get it at Gettysburg, but I never seen it in a location around here anywhere. I never seen it when I was in Gettysburg. Let me see here. Let me see. Mr. Squatch is here. Who all is here? Let's get back over here to the mouse, and let's roll it back up. Hey, Paul, good to see you, bud. There's Jan, Christine, Jay's here, KG's here. Mr. York's here, Christine's here. Terry's here. Mr. Squatch, of course, he was the first one in the door. As soon as I turned the porch light on, he came and knocking. I don't know, let me be honest with you. Let me get this first half cup of coffee done, and I'll decide if letting the wife wake me up was a good idea or not. I was sleeping too good. My belly was full, and we sat down to watch some brand new chef competition, and I passed right out. I bet I didn't see 5 minutes of it. What are you doing on a Saturday, Drew? All-night stream? Oh, no. My wife had messed up her dates, and she's been telling me for over a week. We had plans for Saturday evening after they got back from the baby shower. And just an hour or so before she got off work yesterday, she messaged me and said, yeah, I screwed up. Our plans are for tonight, not Saturday. So, and it was the couple whose wedding I'm going to be officiating this year, coming over to talk and show off the flower arrangements and the invitations and stuff like that. So, um, yeah, I just moved last night's stream till tonight. There's not going to be no more of that all night stuff. I'll tell you that right now. That kicks my butt. It makes it a little easier on me though, since Grandma's gone. I don't got to worry about still getting up early in the morning to be up with her all day. So it kind of frees me up a little bit, maybe a partially all night or something. Vegemite and the seeds are on their way. Express posts. Cool. Thank you, Christine. I appreciate that. Is there any stream tomorrow, Tony? What are you doing? I know what in the world has become of Jimmy. Said before, do it on your own. I enjoy listening to you. I want to do it without Jimmy. Shadow Movie. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well this evening. Like I said, guys, it is 3 days till Valentine's Day. Of course, we got a really cool video coming out tomorrow, and then we have a special history of Valentine's Day coming out on Tuesday on Valentine's Day. And, well, needless to say, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about it, but Harry got the best of me at the very end. Let's just put it that way. The jerk popped up out of nowhere and caught me off guard. So we'll just leave it at that. Bonjour, mon ami. It's good to see everybody. What's up, Skipper? Good to see you too. Hope you're doing well tonight. Staying warm up there in the very tippy top of Manitoba. I thought maybe for a second when I saw, Bonjour Mon Ami, I thought maybe you somehow managed to get in my computer and check out the video I've been working on today. It's got a lot to do with France and some of the royalty there. So, wasn't quite sure there for a second. But yeah, I've been trying to stay real busy, trying to get the channel blown up. Of course, I was talking to Ghost Squad Scotland, Chris, today. He set up a brand new page on Facebook for Ghost Squad Scotland, and made me a moderator, linked my videos up to it. So just one more outlet for folks to direct folks back here to watch all of our videos and stuff. My live streams will go out on there for free, but my regular videos won't. Paradox Fossils, good evening. Happy Saturday to you. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Manitoba, Alberta, yeah. Someone gave us warm weather, took all the cold with them. Good guests. Good guests. They're going to come up to the frozen north and take away all the cold weather. Yesterday it was almost 50 degrees here. Today we had a high of like 38. But the sun was out. It really didn't feel 38. Very mild winter. Very mild winter. For what they were forecasting for us this year, kind of making me wonder, 54 years of being taught, you always listen to the Farmer's Almanac, but when the Farmer's Almanac and the the National Weather Service actually agree, then you need to start to worry. And this year they agreed it was going to be a terrible, terrible winter, at times comparable to the winter of 78. We didn't get 1/20th the snow this year that we got in 1978. Lady C, howdy, howdy. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Let me see. It was 45 there today. It was warmer in central Michigan than it was in southern Michigan. Now you know hell's freezing over, guys. She's about 3 hours north of me, and it was warmer there than it was here. I told you the old Farmer's Almanac was wrong more often than not. And you know, when I was growing up, Tony, my grandfather swore by that thing. He knew when to plant his garden. He knew when to take it in. He knew whether or not to stock up on rock salt for the sidewalks and the steps and stuff. He swore by that thing. I swear that man swore by the Farmer's Almanac so much he'd even fight having a birthday if the almanac said it wasn't right. Yesterday it was 65. Whew. We had 48 yesterday. Almost 50 degrees. Lots of old timers did. Yep. That Spirit of 76 is good. It's more of a full-bodied coffee than the last bag I had open. Yeah, very good source information. Very good source information. Oh, man, I'm starting to zoom now. That stuff's got some caffeiners in it. Oh, but the video I worked on today, guys, I'm sure any of you kids out there that grew up in the 70s and 80s, at some point in time or another, either seen of or watched either a movie or a TV show called Highlander, about a member of the MacLeod clan from the Highlands of Scotland who was killed in battle and a violent death and woke back up and realized he couldn't die. Couldn't die until his head was taken from his shoulders. That's right, Paradox. There can be only one. And I actually found a historic story. And I mean, this has been written in the diaries and journals of royalty from England to Spain to France, that this man didn't change in half a century. He didn't change his appearance. He didn't change his voice. He didn't change anything. So this is a good story, and it gets even better towards the end. So that'll be coming out a week and a day, or a week and a couple days, something like that. Sugar's high today, so guess I need to sit and drink more fluids. But might be a good idea. Might be a good idea. Mine don't go up. Mine don't go down. Mine just stays right about anywhere between 300 and 320 and never changes. But I drink enough water-based things that anything floating around in my blood is just going to thin out. This year, thus far, we have been above normal all but 5 days. Okay, Bluetooth, interesting. Oh yeah, very interesting. Like I said, and I explained this in the video, I was actually looking for something else, and I ran across something about him, and you guys can actually look him up. His name is, what was it? The Duke of Saint Germain. The Duke of Saint Germain. It's a very sordid story. And let's just say it starts in the middle of the 18th century. And the story has continued to 1902. So I usually keep my sugar under 200. That's where I would love for mine to be. I would love for mine to be under 200. Sadly enough, after all the different insulins, the fast acting, the slow acting, the pins, the needles in my belly, and everything else, it don't move. It don't move. I mean, I literally have to overdose on my insulin to get my blood sugar to drop. And once it gets down around the 250, 225 mark, I start to get very sick. And along with getting very sick, I get very mean, get very verbally insulting and stuff like that. And I'm a real dick. And I don't like being like that, especially to my wife and daughter. So I cut the insulin out. I told the doctor, no, we need to start looking at something else. Well, there's all kinds of cool things out there your insurance will cover, but you got to have your sugar down to a certain point before they'll take it. Said then I won't take anything. I'll monitor it on my own. I'll take care of it on my own without insulin. I only have the half pancreas, so I keep it at 100, yeah. Most definitely my doc wants mine 100 or less, but not under 40 or 50. It gets down that low. Even my mother-in-law, she got down below 100, and she'd start getting real lightheaded. She had no energy. She was lethargic. She didn't want to do anything but sleep. And if she didn't sleep, all she would do is lay in bed and watch TV. My God, that stuff is addictive. I've been down to 29. Wow. Wow. Well, and my doctor will sit and well, my old doctor, I have to get a new doctor. My old doctor would sit and complain about 300. Well, we have to do something about that. I'm like, well, you know something? I was at 860 for God knows how long. Because, well, you've told me 100 times that my body will tell me by how it's feeling what's going on. And I never changed how I felt for 3 years. And then I go into diabetic shock and I find out my blood sugar is 860. It's like, okay, well, if I made it forever in a day on 860, then I should live damn near forever at 300. Hey, Josh, good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well tonight. I have no idea. I have no memory of it. Can you get the machine that shows you your sugar in real time? Nope, insurance won't pay for it. And then they tried this little button thing about yay big around with a needle in the middle of it. They they give me that here a few years ago, stuck it right here in my arm, put a bandage around it, and I went out and worked in the garden, and I noticed the bandage was unraveling, and I tried to put duct tape on it and everything else, and it kept getting looser, kept getting looser, kept getting looser. I come in the house and I went to change the bandage out after I got out of the tub and everything, and I looked and the little button was gone. It had fallen completely out of my arm and was laying out in the garden. So I called the endocrinologist and I said, yep, this ain't going to work. Come on. Flies all over, gets around 200 or below 57, I have to go to the ER. Do you have one of those emergency sucrose needles? I check my sugar 2 or 3 times a day. That's about what I check mine, roughly. I check it in the morning, usually right around the time I get up. I check it right around lunchtime and check it right before bedtime. And any other time I start to feel icky poo, I'll pull it out, dab it on my glucose meter. And now I guess they got this thing that hooks up to your phone, and you just look at your phone, it tells you what your blood sugar is. I told the doctor, I said, I want to know where to stick my little test strips at on my phone. The only slot I got big enough is my charging port, and I got a feeling dried blood in there is going to keep it from making a proper connection. I have friends was on a motorcycle ride, and the guy was riding and lost his pump. They're $10,000. Wow. I bet he was really, really upset with himself when he got to their destination and realized his pump was gone. Oh, like I said, I hope everybody had a good day today. Oh, the week is actually, honestly, officially over. I don't know why my cockeyed head keeps knocking this hat back up, but it does. That's what you get. That's what you get when your head comes to a point. You try to wear a stocking cap and it just keeps rolling up on your head. I was really looking for it because insurance doesn't replace them. Yeah, insurance. Insurance has this thing about spending large sums of money over and over and over again. They don't really like it. My uncle has used that machine for 6 months, and now his A1C went from 9.5 to 6. Wow. I mean, that don't sound like a lot, a half a point, but it really honestly is. Dark Shadows, Paranormal in History. What is up, man? How you doing? Hope you're doing well tonight. Oh, man. Goodness gracious. I cannot believe it's Saturday. It don't even feel like Saturday. That is 3.5. Oh, 9.5 to 6. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. See, I told you guys I just woke up. It's not. I've not even been up an hour yet from passing out after dinner. Time to drink more coffee. Come on, Spirit of 76. Alert me. More. More. I don't know why I'm guzzling it like that. All it's going to do is make me pee. Let me see here. I don't want to learn any math. Actually, it's 2.5. Cloudy brain, sugar is high. Cloudy brain, I just woke my butt up after a 2-hour nap. Speaking of needle time. Yeah, it's needle time. Are we lagging? We are lagging. Look at that. How dare it. Go figure. Not bad. I went live this morning, just coffee, chat, to get back in the swing of things for when I start putting serious paranormal history, urban exploration vids out there soon. Man, I can't, I'll be honest with you, Barnabas, I can't wait to get back out and start doing them again. I can't wait. Give me 15 degrees warmer than it is right now. No rain and definitely no frickin' snow on the ground. I will be so ready to get back out and start doing the investigations and stuff again. This winter has just completely tuckered me out. And well, quite honestly, we don't got to worry anymore about the lower video quality and stuff like that. The wife found it necessary, um, well, found it detrimental to her job to get a brand new phone with her job. So I got her old phone. This thing has got super video quality. It's running the dual camera setup. Um, so I have got a brand new device to film and record on. I can't wait. I can't wait. And we've got some good we got some good investigations set up to start the year. Actually, Mark and I were discussing before winter hit, going back to the very first place that we ever done. So, if you guys remember, way back in history, the very first place we done was a teeny tiny village cemetery called Sumnerville. Sumnerville was the very first place that we ever seen United States colored troops from the Civil War buried with white troops from the Civil War. But Sumnerville is literally the epitome of a village. It may be 500 people It has a single bar restaurant that is the oldest still operating business on the original foundation in the state of Michigan. 1835 was its startup date. And it's got a church, it's got about 40 homes, and it's got a cemetery and a set of old 1,000-year-old Indian mounds. And that's all it's got. I'm glad mine hasn't come to that because I can't do the insulin. I used to be a needle phobic. That ship has sailed. It's not the needle. It's my pancreas can't do insulin. Mrs. Sister Donna Cantor, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. I have to use my PSB7 Spirit Box and record with my phone because when I start doing Spirit Box sessions, I can't use my Necrophonics for my phone and go live at the same time. I actually have my daughter's old phone from like 5 years ago. I have a lot of my apps on, and then I've got a tablet that's got some of the other apps and stuff on it. My spirit boxes, and of course, my K2 meters and everything are standalone units. But I use a few of the apps, the more dependable apps, that don't randomize answers. I have those on her phone and on that small tablet. But other than that, those are the only apps I'll use, are the ones that have been tested and proven to actually be or not be random. Drew, where is Sumnerville near? Sumnerville is right in between Waljack and Niles. It's probably it's probably 1/3 the distance between DeWaljack and Niles. I think on just off Highway 55. I'm pretty sure Dark Shadow. Let me check and see. I don't know the way YouTube has been bumping moderators and bumping subscriptions and stuff. Let's check and see here. I believe I am. I should be. I've seen stuff pop up. I thought. Yeah. Let me see here. 379 subscribers. Most recent video put up. This is my new channel intro created by Sheriff Buford T. Cletus. I hope you all enjoy. 94 views. That's pretty cool. Yep, I sure am. Yeah, it's by me. It's only probably 15, 20 minutes from here. Not very far at all. They call me Derek, from Windsor, Ontario. Yeah, I keep forgetting, Derek. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting it's you. Yeah, there we go. Sonny got you. She threw that link up there. So Sheriff created your new intro, huh? He's a pretty handy feller to have around. I gotta get with Sheriff, get him back up here again on some Friday night here real soon. I know he's not slowed down that much this winter. Maybe a little bit. I think most of us from the Mississippi eastward have had to slow down a little bit this winter. So what do you guys think? We're sitting at 803 now. We're 197 new family members away from breaking 1,000. Do you think we should do a giveaway competition now? Or you think we should wait until we hit 1,000? What do y'all think? Because I got some pretty good stuff to give away. Sheriff is a great man. He has had my back since I started on YouTube. Sheriff is really cool. Him and I have been friends now um, two and a half years. I've had him up here on the Friday night live streams a couple times. Well, let's see here. I kind of straddled the Mississippi, and I have slowed a fair bit. You almost got to. You've been wanting to work on your Suburban and your truck and stuff like that, and it's really kind of hard to do when the snow is so deep that you're laying even with the rocker panels on the doors. I mean, it's kind of hard to get underneath them to work on them when you can't find the underneath. Jan says, wait till you hit 1,000. Tony says, I'm with JJ, wait. Sonny says, wait. Okay, we'll wait. We'll wait. I got some good stuff to give away. Let's see here. What have I got right here? I had to move things around today because of this laptop. And now I can't find anything. So I guess I'll have to pull it out later. I do know for a fact I have got a couple of old antique felt paintings, Native American paintings. Those things have been hanging in this house since this house was bought. And they hung in the old blue house that was located just south on the property here for almost 20 years. So these things are about 30 years old. They're in beautiful shape. The wife wanted to give them away. I said, nope. I'll use them for a draw. I'll use them for a giveaway on the channel. Of course, I've got an old silver coin floating around here somewhere. We have had very little snow. We've had, I think total, all in all, we've had about 26 inches of snow this year. And that's it. We had that one big snow, and actually it was only about 13 and a half or 14 inches. But where it came up the hill at the front of the house, it formed a small drift at the top of the hill. It was actually 4 inches deeper going down the hill, shoveling the front steps and stuff like that. Than it was anyplace else in the yard. It actually went over the top of my cavalry boots. So, thank you for subbing. JJ's Adventures, much love. I doubt we have had 6. We've only had to be snow plowed 2 times this year. We've had to have been snow plowed once. And that's only because the snow was so deep and it was such a wet snow that the wife just driving down the driveway packed it to the point that by that night the temperature had dropped so much. That's the night she got stuck right out here, about 30 feet up the driveway, and her tires just spun. And we had to push her back down the hill and out on the road just as one of our locals was coming by with his plow truck. And I'll tell you what, you could tell that gas prices have gone up, because in years past we have paid $20 to have 150 feet of driveway plowed out to get up and down our drive. This year it was $50. So you could tell gas prices went up. Hey, JB. No, I had, my wife had made a scheduling problem, or made a scheduling oopsie, with the people whose wedding I'm officiating later this year. And she told me all week they were coming tonight, and then informed me yesterday, not very long before she got off work, at 6, that they were going to be at the house between 6:30 and 7 last night. So I had to change the stream from last night till tonight so I could sit down and talk to them about the ceremony. They, of course, brought their prototype bouquets for the tables and stuff like that. Brought their invitations so we could see them. Talked about the tuxedos, things like that. So that's the only reason we're on here tonight. Winter 78 Maya. Yeah, exactly, Tony. Exactly. Here I was, kept yelling at the wife to get the pantry stocked up on canned goods, get meat in the freezer, da 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 da, and we would have not had anything but a very full pantry and freezer, and paid way too much not waiting for everything to be on sale when we needed it. Well, to this point, I don't pay that much, but the parts just as high as the gas. They're forecasting 60s next week. Oh yeah, believe me, I know. I looked at that today. It's like, wow. It's going to be time to put on something skimpy and go lay on the back porch. That is work on stuff outside weather, providing it ain't raining. Yep. Providing it ain't railing. Damn fingers. Man, I'll tell you what. I wish y'all could be a fly on the wall in here. I mean, I've literally gone from this to a keyboard that wide. You ought to see me up here trying to type like this. Look like a dehydrating octopus laying in the sand somewhere, trying to hit these little buttons and stuff. Because I mean, I can't even spread my hands out like this, because that's all the wider the keyboard is. So I'm here, sitting here trying to type like this, instead of having a full keyboard way down here at my waist level. Keep this up, and I might have to mow before May. That's what I'm planning on doing at the first time. Nothing is growing out here yet. Nothing even looks like it's got a gumption to grow yet. This is probably going to make Jan sad, but we had to put our little Morris the cat orphan. We had to start putting him out last night. He just all of a sudden in one day decided, hey, my sister looks pretty hot. I think I'm going to try to hump her. Of course, he don't know what he's doing. He crawled clear up in the middle of her back and tried to stick her in the back of the head. But still, he is no longer an indoor kitty. If we could have got them both fixed, um, which is about $700, then they could become indoor kitties. But we couldn't do it. So he is now an outside kitty that knows nothing about how to make baby kitties, but we're not going to take the chance that he does it on our couch or our pillow or something like that. I looked at the wife. I said, see, look, look. She says, is he trying to hump her? I said, yep, right in the back of her head. Every time she moves, he just crawls further up her back. And I said, our luck, he's going to impregnate her ear or something like that. So, but we didn't want to take the chance. Hey, Templar, good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing good this evening. Shade here, grass don't come on very fast. Hello, everyone, saying hi to all, so don't have to type. You got a knife. He has tiny testicles. You know, and that's what I told the wife. I said just a paper clip. I said we could do like a hog ring and and wrap that paper clip around there and then take a pair of vice grips and just twist them. She said, nah, he'd still want to, then he'd bleed everywhere. Then we got to worry about two of them bleeding everywhere. Rubber bands were great. Head ain't all bad. Yeah, except when you're taking it in your ear hole. I'm blessed, 2 Drews in one night. Yeah, I was on here earlier before the wife got back home and seen Drew 2 on here. And I was just in the middle of finishing up encoding the video I worked on today while they were gone at the baby shower. And I went back to look for her when I was done, not 10 minutes later, and she was gone. It's like, well, crap. Well, then the wife came home and we ate dinner and I passed out. Hey, going to jump off and watch Top Gun 2. You're going to enjoy it, Jay. You're going to enjoy it. We seen it when it first came on the streaming channels, and it is good. It's kind of nice to see Tom Cruise back in a role, well, one of 2 roles that I've actually enjoyed him in his entire career. Oh, okay, 3. War of the Worlds. I'll count War of the Worlds. It was good. But between Top Gun, War of the Worlds, and Interview with a Vampire, liked him in all 3 of those roles, and that was pretty much it. But you go and enjoy your film, and we'll catch you later, bud. I'm serious. That's what we used to do in Maine. They used to just fall off. The animal didn't have a clue. Huh. Seems like that would be unsanitary if their nuts just fell off. I mean, I can see my daughter going to the kitchen to get a drink or something in the middle of the night and getting a kitty nut stuck between her toes or something like that. Or even worse, stepping on them and squishing them into the carpet. I think she would probably poop all over the place and having a bigger mess to clean up. I would never get eared. I don't feel that I can comment. Why is the river rich? I don't know. Why is the river rich? Fishing? The band stopped the circulation. No bleeding involved. It has two banks. Ah, ar, 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 ar. Wow. We're streaming on the TV. Ashley showed me how to sign into the apps on the TV since I already pay to stream on my phone. Yeah, we actually streamed on the TV first and then realized, hey, our phones have got Netflix and Hulu and stuff like that. Why didn't we ever sit down and watch movies on our. Then I realized two grown adults that weigh over 200 pounds sitting there trying to look at a phone. Yeah, it's no. How you doing tonight, fishing? Hope things are nice down there in Georgia. Hope your weather is right comfortable and accommodating. I can't see this shit on the TV, let alone on. Yeah, yeah, yep. I'm right there with you, bud. I'm right there with you. Never figured out in Top Gun who are they shooting at? Who's the enemy? Um, it varied from movie to movie. Cold and Rain sounds like here 2 days ago. Cold and Rain. That's going to be our late winter, early spring. Cold and Rain. Hey, Kyle. Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing good tonight. It was nice visiting you over on your stream yesterday. How'd you like that little raid from Masha's group yesterday, Kyle? That was kind of neat, wasn't it, when they all cropped in and said hi? Commies always make a good enemy. Oh, man. There you go. There you go, Tony. There you go. Call them all nasty, derogatory names. Start an international incident right here on my channel. In case you didn't know, we have a couple Russian followers. Oh. So, did you guys hear the latest that just came out today about that incident in Alaska? I'm getting ever closer to my 500. Good, good. You put on a good stream, bud. You put on a good stream. You deserve to hit that 500 and surpass it. I was just reading about it. Yeah, I saw the latest that come out of Washington. They still can't identify what that thing was. The guy that was doing the news interview, talking to the reporter at the White House, he said that he said it was not a balloon. in no way, shape, or form was it a balloon. And they have no clue what the hell it is. They have yet to identify it. It's like have they had eyes on it? And yeah, and the guy said yes, and they don't know what it is. They have no clue. They've never seen anything like it. And then he said, what really has Washington and the Pentagon boggled right now is this thing had been over U.S. airspace for God knows how long before it showed up on radar. So it's got some kind of a stealthing or cloaking technology to it that's got them completely dumbfounded. We shot another one down in Canada today. Now, see, I hadn't heard anything about that yet. I haven't even seen anything about that one yet. But what gets me is the one they shot down yesterday over Alaska. They don't know where it came from. All they know is that it was flying down from the direction of the Arctic Circle, went over Canadian airspace, entered Alaska, U.S. airspace, and was going back up and turning, which is really weird. It came from the northeast and it was turning back to return from the northeast when it was intercepted and shot down. So all it did was just clip the very northeastern part of Alaska and was going back. And that's when they intercepted it and shot it down. So, but they have no clue. I told the wife, I said, hey, check this out. Last weekend, the government potentially could have made the first steps of starting a war with China. And today they potentially have taken the first steps in starting an interstellar war. They shot down a UFO over Alaska and they had no clue what its intent was. China, I don't think, big deal. China has TikTok. I don't even know where it went now. Shot another down Canada. What the hell? Was Biden flying that plane? Apparently. I don't know. Hey, did you hear he is running again in 2024? Tonight he's having some kind of a special hoo-ha at the White House for all of the governors of the U.S. And he's making the announcement tonight to them that he is running again for re-election in 2024. If he remembers when election day is, or I'm not getting into it. I'm on good standing with the White House right now. I don't want to change that. Hey, Jim, good to see you. You taking those age-reversing pills? Yeah, yep. I decided, time to start acting my age. I'm a grandpa for at least, well, with the exception of my daughter, but close to my last time. So I decided to start acting like a grandpa and looking like a grandpa. 4 turquoise jets fly over my treetops yesterday with no sound. Turquoise? It's a weird color. Unless he forgets. Yeah, exactly. Who is getting re-erected? Hey, Deb, good to see you, bud. Okay, I gotta go feed the mutts, put the truck in, it's warm bed, do similar with myself. All right, Tony. You take care of yourself, bud. Have a good evening. pet your mutts, give your truck a kiss for me. We'll catch you later, bud. Yep, he's going for re-election again. At least we don't got to worry about anything happening to him and, Kamala becoming the president and Nancy Pelosi becoming the vice president. To quote Walter, we no longer have to worry about our government jumping on its menstrual cycle and running the hell over us. Last week with the flu, that thing's been going around like crazy. There's like two, I think, two new versions of the flu out this year, and it's been kicking everybody's butt across the country. So I'm glad you got over it, and you're better, and we'll just keep our fingers crossed that none of the rest of us suffer from it before summer gets here. Then all we got to worry about is some new version of the summer flu going around, summer bug. He won't get in that office again after this China thing. I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot of people backing him right now over that. But I mean, it's like I've said 100 times. Anybody who knows anything about the presidency and stuff like that is they don't get to make decisions on their own. Everything has to be cleared through all the governmental bodies. So, 2 weeks ago when they first discovered that balloon, when it was still out over the Pacific and moving towards Canada, he wanted to shoot it down. And his military advisors said, no, don't start an incident until we know for certain what this thing is doing. And then when it entered the U.S. and went over so many of our missile bases and our SAC bases, and then started going out across the Midwest and out across Tennessee and, into the Carolinas and then out over the ocean, they're like, okay, it's away from any populated areas. Let's drop it. And the second they said that, he ordered to drop. So I can't remember any woman that started a war. Maybe men have menstrual cycles. I tease my wife about that all the time. I'm like, man, I'm glad you got that scraping thing done so I don't got to worry about you and your menstrual cycle running me over anymore. She don't think it's funny. These balloons have been flying over us since Obama and Trump. Yes, they have. Yes, they have. But none so blatantly obvious as this one. I mean, number one, they have no clue how this thing even guided itself. But it came straight in from over Siberia and everything, and it apparently went right up the eastern coast of Europe and everything, of Asia, cut across, come in through Canada, and then made that perfect loop over Montana and everything, checking out, flew right over our nuclear silos, our strategic air command bases and stuff. Made that angle where it did, flew over other military installations and stuff in the south, and then went back out over the ocean, heading back towards Europe. And that's when they said, it's safe, we don't have to worry about hitting a town or a city or anything, drop it. And the second they said that, he said, bloop. and they dropped it. So 2 weeks ago, he was going to do what was right and drop it while it was still out over the Pacific. And they said, nope, you got to wait. We don't know what it's doing yet. Remember that, folks, when you vote for senators and Congress. Yeah, really. Probably having an emergency meeting between governors. You know, that thought's crossed my mind. That thought has crossed my mind. You know, they shoot this thing down yesterday. They can't identify what it is, and now all of a sudden he's having this big hoo-ha with all the state governors. Well, all of them except Santos. He won't be there. Kind of makes you wonder what they're going to be talking about. The Washington, D.C. news reporter that was being interviewed earlier today don't even know if they're going to allow media or cameras in the White House for this meeting. He hadn't heard anything yet. So we'll just have to wait and see. Drew, that mess Biden's family is having right now has been in question for the past year. Actually, 13 women in history have started wars. Doggone it, Deb, I didn't want to bring that up. Biden's son had a pick on a laptop. Happens every day. As long as it wasn't somebody else's wiener. I mean, if he has other guys' wieners on his laptop, then, you know, that might make the news. Corruption killed America. Psst, a long time ago, brother. A long time ago. There was a lot of sick people running this country. The Fed Reserve did. Depression. Very near. Been 3 balloon types within 2 weeks. Hyperinflation is here. We're done. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Between inflation and eggflation. You know, everything going up except food. Then all of a sudden we have eggflation that's making food and milk and things like that go up, and people aren't getting paid anymore. Everything else is costing more to take care of your family, but no one's making any more money. So the cost of living's going up and the incomes are staying where they're at. I just watched a little news thing from the ADA yesterday, I think it was. Some guy had to dump 30,000 gallons of milk. American Dairy Association came in, the CDC came in on his farm. He had to dump 30,000 gallons of milk that he had he'd pumped. Another guy, I seen a news thing today. Another guy just got a phone call from Poultry Association, and he had been ordered to kill some odd thousand numbers of his chickens. He said, my chickens are all safe. None of my chickens have the bird flu. And they told him that it had been reported in his area, so whether his chickens had it or not, it was a matter of time before they did, so he had to kill his chickens. But for the bad news, my wife gets cataract surgery next week. I hope that goes well. She's I don't know, Jan. How irritated was your eyes for the day or two after you had it? My dad, when he had cataracts taken care of in his eyes, doctor told him just to sit on the couch for a couple of days and rest. So, and so I don't know. I really honestly don't know. That's just one example. I thought you came through yours pretty quick. I hope it's. I hope everything goes easy on her though, Jim, and I hope everything goes easy on you, since you're the one that you know takes care of the both of you. In the hearing the government had about the balloon, they even said there was many more of them before they shot that one down, and they couldn't answer why the others weren't shot down as long as constipation rise. You're good on gas. Hey, John Eagle, good to see you. That's a normal thing. A lot of people get it. Correct hearing. Yeah, keep us updated on her. Most definitely keep us updated on her. Terry, shit. Just think, Jim, your wife will see you more clearly after the surgery. Good luck to your wife. One eye not real bad, but almost blind in the other. I don't know if it's as much the computer monitors that kill your eyes or trying to look at a computer monitor that's only that wide. I told the wife this morning, I said, I am getting headaches sitting there staring at that damn monitor. So where I can normally sit back here and type and it's like, ah. Now I'm up here typing like this because this is all the wider my monitor is right here. Or this is all the wider the laptop is. And it's like, it's actually funny. It's actually funny. I wish y'all could be flies on the wall and see me sitting here. Nah, you're all right, Jim. She remembers what you look like when she married you. I mean, y'all are a little bit older now, so she may get clear vision back and go, damn, you got old. You never know. She might tell you you're still her hunk of burning love. Then she'll want to get frisky all over again like she did 20 years ago. Thank you for reminding me, Terry. She will see more. Sit me. See more sit for me to. Yes, more shit for me to do. Yeah. I still type with one finger. I try not to because my depth perception, having this eye constantly hazy, if I sit here and do this, much like when I'm using my stylus to do something, like I will completely miss my target. Because I can see the target, I just can't tell where the stylus is going to hit the target. Same with my finger. As I'm sitting there pecking with one finger, I I keep missing the keys, so I have to go back and correct my spelling and stuff. And this little teeny tiny Fujitsu Life book don't have autocorrect on it, so I gotta keep going back and correcting. It's an adventure. That honey has crystallized. Scientists have recently discovered a food that greatly reduces sex drive. It's called wedding cake. Damn it, fish. Now, see, I use the stylus when I'm working on something on my phone, only because the keyboard is so bright on my phone that I can somewhat, and I have spell correct on the phone that I do my editing on a lot of the times, so it automatically corrects any words that are misspelled. But yeah, when I'm trying to like do an email or something like that, it's a white screen where my editing programs are all on a black screen with white outlines on all the letters and stuff. My email and everything like that is a white screen with light blue keyboard on it. So I'm like trying to figure out where the hell I'm typing at and stuff. Get wedding cake. Oh, goodness gracious sakes. And you know, it's really funny too because we were sitting there having that conversation with the couple last night that I'm doing the wedding for this year. They were sitting there at the table. We were playing cards a little bit, and they were. We just discovered a new game. Steph's best friend Helly, when they came over a couple weeks ago, they brought this brand new card deck over. They had just got called Exploding Kitties, and we were sitting there playing that last night, and you know, Kai was looking through his phone. He's like, "Well, we ought to go back to Las Vegas, or we ought to go here, or we ought to go there." And you know, I was sitting there and I was just looking at him, thinking like, "Wow, you have a selection." We went to Chicago for 3 days. We got on a train and went to Chicago, and of course, my wife and her very blunt, blatant way about her said, "Hey, it sounds to me like he wants to try some newlywed nookie in a brand new location." And she looked up at my wife and she said, we're getting married. Those days are over." Doggone it. I knew the way I was drinking that coffee at the beginning of the stream. Hold on, guys. I got to make a beeline to the P line. I'll be right back. Talk real nice amongst yourselves. Oh. All right. There we are. Let's see here. I saw that game on this candy site. Killer Clowns from Outer Space is on. Classic. That is a classic. Sadly enough, I can't get the wife to watch it with me. Not only does she think that it's completely stupid from the one time that she did sit down and watch it, but seeing as how she suffers from a very, very, very strong fear of clowns, yeah, that's one of those movies I have to watch when she's at work if I find it and get in the mood to watch it. But I agree. Classic film. Great film. Funny as all get out. Really crappy special effects. But a good movie. Yeah, Dev, that game is hilarious. And they make a family version and an adult version. And it's even funnier. Um, I'd waste a clown quick. Bozo, you're out of here. Same with you, Clarabelle. I'm headed out to watch the movie. See you on Monday morning. Good Lord willing. Yes, ma'am. Most definitely. You take care of yourself. Enjoy Top Gun. It is a good film. We will. If I don't talk to you before then, we'll see you Monday morning. What do fish say when they hit a concrete wall? I don't know. What do fish say when they hit a concrete wall? Damn. I don't even know what to say to that. Except glub glub. Here this last week or so, man, every time fishing has picked up or been able to kick in and join a live stream, he's been full of jokes. And I just, I don't know what to make of it. I kind of feel like he it's a natural calling in life, um, because if you guys could see fishing, he's not a small dude. He's a big dude, and to see him walk out on a stage and do stand up, I would be in total awe, frankly. I'm a boring, old, worn out, used up fart. So, kind of like you're describing yourself as the night after an evening of eating White Castles and onion chips. Everyone needs a comedian. And Fish is a good one. He's not brought up a joke yet on here that hasn't been good. I forgot Broken Up. Yeah, but it's those life lessons, those things that break us down and build us back up, all those debilitating thoughts, all the positivity and the negativity in our lives that make us the people we are. For some of us, that's a good thing. For some of us, it's not such a good thing. But still, you are that person that you are because of all those things that's happened. physical, emotional, mental. And Jim, I like you the way you are. So don't take this the wrong way, but I'm glad that you're an old broken down, bored, worn out, used up fart. Because I wouldn't have you any other way. And see, Sonny, beautiful thought. Beautiful thought and so eloquently put. So eloquently put. Somewhere out there right now is I mean, Jim describes himself as a broken up, boring, bored, old, worn out, used fart. And somewhere out there in the world right now are 500 broken down, bored, boring, worn out, used wet farts. So you're one step ahead of the game, bud. You're still dry. Went to sharpen blades on the mower for spring. Water mixed in oil, white oil. Now I got to get a water pump. I flushed it 4 times with oil. Pretty clean. Well, poopy caca happens, I guess. Happens to the best of us. I put the I put the mower and the gas can in the shed at the first sign that winter was coming. And, I just happened to put it in the shed directly underneath one of the 222,000 leaks that are in that shed. So the whole top of the mower is covered with moisture right now. There's water all over the gas can. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to completely clean out the mower and hope and pray that that mower we've only had for 2 summers isn't shot in the ass. Be thankful, Jim, you aren't worse what you think you are. Not to change the subject, but every day it seems I get fucking dry. Yep. Oh goodness gracious! Oh my God! It's after 8:30 already. Psst, we've been at this hour and a half already. Time flies, I guess. Time flies. Well, just keep your fingers crossed, everybody, that winter is over. At least the worst part of it. We may still have that wonderful, amazing um, 18 degrees for a high one day, 51 degrees for a high the next day, 23 degrees the next day, 32 degrees the next day. But hopefully the snow is over with. We just got to put up with all that rain and everything that comes when Mother Nature can't decide if she's done with us for the year or not. I cut some perfect grain pine the other day. Perfect tree is a rarity. March is still to come. Winter isn't over. All the time is going fast because we have had 1 hour of added sunlight to our days. Yep, it's still totally dark here, so. Yeah. And I probably overspoke myself because, like I've said before, we've had snow here the second week of April. So we've had 13 inches of snow here the second week of April. So, let's just call it wishful thinking right now. What sunlight? Haven't seen it in like 2 weeks. We've had really good snowstorms the end of March. Yep. Now we had some real nice sunlight today, but it didn't last long. It was out. It was out for probably 2 hours today, and the rest of the day it was overcast. But while it was out, it felt real nice to be outside. I saw 3 flakes the other day, but it hardly snows here. Really? I figured you guys would get a little bit of snow right there in the area you're in. It's been here all day. It's going to be again tomorrow here. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be mostly sunny tomorrow down here. I don't even know what the temperature's supposed to be tomorrow. I don't look anymore. Grandma and I used to debate about the weather all the time, but I really honestly don't spend much time looking at the weather anymore. Um, what do we say? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Oh, right now it's 35 degrees. Tomorrow, tomorrow is supposed to be 48 degrees for a high. Sunny all day. 4% chance of precipitation. Monday's supposed to be 45. Tuesday's supposed to be 53. Wednesday's supposed to be 58. Thursday's supposed to be 49 and 90% chance of rain. And Friday is a high of 28 with a chance of snow. I push. I'm just going to start keeping my thoughts to myself. That's terrible. That's what I told my boss when they handed out small bottles of sanitizer. So he felt sorry for us and decided to give us lube instead of dry for a change. I bet your boss looks real forward to you coming in and clocking in every day. It's like, oh God, there he is. What the hell is he going to say to me today to get me started? 2 to 3 inches every 3 or 4 years, 12 inches every 20 to 30. Wow. Huh. I just figured it'd be more than that. It's going to be 40s again tomorrow. Here it was 45 today. There's a storm coming Wednesday night into Thursday. Yeah, I heard there was a chance of a snowstorm, but I hadn't heard any confirmation yet whether it was actually going to whether it was actually going to hit us. They laughed and just walked away. They must have known it was true. Probably. Probably went back to the office up front to start wrapping the barbed wire around that strap on. Snows like it's in Sugar Grove, West Virginia. Hmm. I guess I just didn't realize that because the one time that I was actually in West Virginia was going out to Norfolk. And, I drove straight across Ohio, across Pennsylvania. And as I started getting into the Appalachia to go over into Virginia to go to Norfolk, we got in a terrible storm. I mean, there was people pulling off at rest stops and stuff because the snow was coming down so fast, so heavy that people couldn't see on the roads. So they were pulling off every place they could. I mean, that was quite a few years ago, but still, I mean, it was coming down rough. And I mean, yeah, I'm in the Midwest, and this was rough by my standards. So that's my only experience with West Virginia. So, I mean, that's all I had to base my knowledge on. But wow, I'm 40 miles west of Norfolk, 200 miles east of West Virginia. Okay. Okay. Now, see, when we got out to Norfolk and everything, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. I mean, it was really nice. We were wearing T-shirts. What had happened was the son of friends of ours, his fiance had went out on the Taipei out of Norfolk, and he couldn't stay in base housing while she was gone. So he was coming back to Indiana to stay with mom and dad until her tour ended. So we had to go out there and pick up his clothes and stuff and drive back. And it was beautiful when we got to Norfolk. You guys know how I feel about being on cruises and stuff where there's things swimming underneath me that are big enough to eat me without even chewing. Try going through a tunnel under the bay where there are aircraft carriers, battleships, destroyers, all going above you, and millions and millions and millions of gallons of water above you. I think that's more scary than being on a damn cruise. What's up, Luke? Or Luke and Becca. Hope you guys are doing well tonight. How did your McDonald's mukbang go today, my friend? Our last 12 inches was around 2001. 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003 was right about the time I went out there. The tunnel was the only safe place to speed when I was a kid. I went 120 many times. Doing pretty good. How's evening? Not too awful bad. Not too awful bad. It went well, Becca won. Yeah, I told the wife tonight, Subway has their buy 1 foot long, get a foot long free. And I told her, I said, I don't want any Subway. I want McDonald's. and then I can go over to AAP's and join their little mukbang. Because my wife knows that, you know, I'm a 40, when I'm really hungry, I'm a 40 McNugget, 2 Big Mac kind of person. So, yeah, I can be a McDonaldaholic when I want to be. But I'm glad Becca won. But McNuggets and Big Macs weren't buy one get one. So she spent $15 on 2 subs and got 4. So we're not going to complain. Cameras everywhere now. Cameras everywhere. Yeah. That's a ton for real. I love me some McNuggets. I mean, my wife makes really good homemade chicken strips and chicken nuggets. She come up with the recipe for the breading. Oh dear God. And I'm not a chicken eater at home. Now I like the little bits and pieces all compressed into a nugget. That's, you know, beaks and buttholes and toenails and stuff like that. That don't bother me that much. But like real chicken, I just don't like the taste of it anymore. But I can eat my weight in McNuggets. And that's a lot of weight. That's a lot of weight. So did your birthday boy have a good time last night out with his brother? Did he enjoy his did he enjoy his Chinese food last night? The food we buy in the stores, I've noticed in recent years, whether it's ground beef, whether it's chicken. Now, the taste of pork hasn't changed all that much, but I have noticed a big change in the taste of ground beef or chicken. I mean, I love nothing more than a good home cooked hamburger, but I don't even enjoy a hamburger anymore. It just don't taste right. He had a great night. Good, good. I'm glad he had a good birthday. I did. I did the home cooked chicken strips too for my kids. Steph is awesome at it, and there's something about the flavoring on her breading that she uses that's just absolutely. And I mean, it's a crunchy breading. It's not a breading like you would find on a McNugget or an onion ring or something. I mean, it's a nice crunchy, um, fluffy breading. Drew, the old age makes you taste change. Well, I think I still taste the same as I always did. Gristly and greasy. Now, see, that's how I am, Luke. That's how I am. I always have either hot sauce or barbecue sauce or both in the refrigerator. Yep. And I've just recently developed this thing where I will mix ranch dressing and barbecue sauce together, and then I'll put a few drops of hot sauce in it, and that's what I use for my chicken and stuff. Got to have my hot sauce. Got to have my hot sauce on everything. Your chicken, unless it's cooked really well. I like it crunchy with barbecue sauce. Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. So we got about 10 minutes left, guys. We're going to do the rundown here real quick. Um, the video that came out Thursday was the Tuskegee Airmen, Colonel Elmer D. Jones. Um, Tomorrow is Slavery in Colonial America. Let Our People Go. Um, on Thursday is A Modern View, The History of Valentine's Day. On our Tuesday. On Thursday is Hitler's UFO Development, Historic Fact or Fiction. On Sunday the 19th is The Crossroads, Legend, Blues, Racism, and the Devil. That's the story of Robert Johnson, the blues player from back in the 30s that supposedly met the devil at a crossroads in Mississippi. He left a teenage boy that couldn't play a lick on a guitar and came back a master. That meeting, supposedly with the devil, changed his life and blues music forever. And then, of course, the following Tuesday, which will be the 21st, is the video that I was working on today. Um, the uh, Count of Saint Germain, an actual documented historic figure that was believed to be immortal. A lot of royalty all over Europe remembered seeing him 30, 40, 50 years apart and wrote in their journals how he had never aged. So that's the lineup right now. Um, I used to shake and bake with some added spices, dip the chicken in carnation canned milk. See, we've tried the canned milk, we've tried buttermilk, and the breading will not stick to the chicken. You try to pick it up and the breading comes right off the chicken in big sheets. She don't dip it in anything now. She just rolls it around in that breading and it's there, dude. And it's good. Sonny, you know what I like is some good fried catfish. Oh my God, tell me about it. That's the only that's the only really positive point that I see to grandma's passing is I can actually take the time now this summer to walk to the lake that I'm only three blocks from and sit and fish. And we have that brand new pier down here I could fish off of. I can even rent a boat for $5 and go out in the middle of the lake and fish. And we've got all kinds of fish down here. So needless to say, I'll be making up some dough balls and some cheese balls and doing some catfishing. Because I do love me some fried catfish. I like the brown trout and herring and perch. I grew up eating smelt. Good old Michigan smelt. My grandmother, when I was little and I was going to spend the night with her and Grandpa, she would always make up a big old plate of smelt. And she would have it sitting there waiting for me to get to the house. And I would sit there and I would clean up that whole plate of fried smelt. But my grandfather was a fisherman. My dad's a fisherman. You know, we used to, every weekend, my dad, myself, and my grandpa would be out fishing. We'd go home, we'd clean us a mess of bluegill and crappie and bass, catfish, whatever we caught. And grandma would sit there over cast iron for hours frying fish. I call I'm hungry again. Damn, fishing license is like $18. Yeah, it's expensive. And see, for me to even go, for me to even consider going deer hunting this next winter, I have to get a small game and fishing permit before I can get a big game permit. So, and Tony swore up and down that, and he's still swearing up and down that he is going to get me a long gun by late summer. Too many winters have passed now where my buddy is sitting 5 miles outside of town popping deer left and right in his backyard. 7, 8, 9 deer just 10 feet off his back porch. And I'm not getting no venison in my freezer. So this year I'm gonna get some venison in my freezer. What she said when she smelled it. Have a good weekend, everyone. You too, Luke. You too. You and Becca and the kids have a great weekend. And God bless y'all for what you do. You've got a hell of a following. You got a lot of people that love you. I'm one of them. I ain't afraid to admit it. You guys are awesome. I just hope and pray we get a chance to meet up this year and do something together. And the same with you fishing. I'm waiting for you to get your butt back up here to the Midwest because I miss my friend. We have not got to spend near as much time together as we should. Besides that, fishing, I want to take you ghost hunting with me because the next thing that tries to put a scratch on my back or something, I need you to kick its ghostly butt. I need a bodyguard to guard this old body. Goodness gracious, 8:58. It's just a screaming by tonight, y'all. Just a screaming by. I didn't think it was going to go that fast. When this stream first started and I was all pooped out, tired, wanted to go back to sleep, I couldn't wait for the stream to end so I could go back to sleep. And now it's over. No, what be? Sad I'm 2 miles from water. I had not fished in 30 years. It's like me, man. I used to fish all the time. But when I started taking care of Grandma 7 years ago, she couldn't be left alone. So I haven't gone fishing in 7 years. This will be the first year I've had a chance to actually be out before sunrise catfishing. And I'm going to take advantage of it. I won't eat the shit from these waters. Well, I'll tell you what, I would much rather have stuff coming out of Virginia water than I would having stuff coming out of Michigan water. But fish is fish. Anything, you get it up to the right temperature, you're going to kill anything in there that's going to hurt you. Go to Bubba's for your poison fish. So I haven't so much since she's gone. Yep. Yeah, we got some nice fish places around here, but something about frying fish in your own cast iron. It's like frying chicken in your own cast iron. Well, no, it isn't because they don't put vitamins and shit in the fish these days to make it bigger. But all right, guys, it is that time. It is 9 o'clock. It is time for me to be like a fat baby and head out. Time for me to be like a tree and leave. Time for me to be like a bunch of birds and get the flock out of here. So, glad you all could come in and join me tonight. Thank you for the great conversations and all the laughter and even the cornball jokes because they were good too. You guys all take care of yourselves. Have a great weekend. We will catch you Monday morning, 8 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time for morning coffee and chat. But until then, y'all just take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. God bless you. God love you. I do. We'll catch y'all later. Have a good evening.